Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, February 16th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. And to put things in a nutshell, this is what I believe happened today. So we had a nice gap yesterday. Look at this overnight. So we knew the Fed minutes were coming out. We opened in balance, took out the day's lows, got into the gap a bunch of times, A, B, G. But all this was what these longs from yesterday and overnight getting out. No shorts joined the party. Why were they getting out? Well, maybe they were a little nervous what would come out in the Fed minutes, which I think is a joke. So what happened when the Fed minutes came out? We absolutely ripped to the day's high, missed it. Ripped to the day's low, missed it. Ripped up, made a new high, but came back in. We were playing here, and I said to the room, I said, this has all the feel of going trend. Now, I wasn't sure which way, even though we were trading up here. I said, we're not going to sit in here. This thing it's percolating, and it's either going to rip higher or go back down and rip low and fill the gap. Well, obviously, we ripped higher. So what happened? I think everybody who was long yesterday and got out this morning wanted to get back in again. Now, we end up with an outside day up. That's very bullish, right? We're in a 5-day balance. Well, the next target on that balance, we have an afternoon rally high that we just missed by 60 cents, and then it's about $3 higher. So I think there's good odds of towing to test that. Where's my line in the sand going forward? A's high. Why? That's where change took place. But not only that, that's literally where the 20-day and the 200-day is sitting, right above that. So this, to me, if we're going to go get the balance high on the daily, this has to hold for tomorrow. Plain and simple. If it fails and gets acceptance back into yesterday, well, then forget it. Now, another thing to keep in mind, a little nuance, we were 9 wide. We could have gone up $1,000. It couldn't have gotten raised. Same with triple Qs. They were 10 wide. Couldn't get raised. Those are little nuances. It tells me at some point we're going to go get that sooner rather than later. But that doesn't mean we won't go test the balance high first at around the 451 level. We have option expiration Friday. Maybe they'll try to get it up there. I had a good day, but it was a quiet day, very small. I lost on my first trade of the day. I took a long above the opening. I thought for sure we would get our 11 wide pocket and overnight pocket. I bought 15 of them. I took off 8 for money. I'm like, it kept going back and forth through the open. I'm like, I don't mind holding 7. I think we'll get it. And then when it started going down, I said, forget it, took it off, and I ended up losing on the trade overall. Not big, but I lost. Then in B period, I took a short against the opening. We took out A's low. I'm like, well, if we're going to push up, I'll take a short now. We're one-time framing down. The calls were 444s. The put was 445. Made a little on it. D period. Now we started one-time framing up with no tempo. We hadn't seen the opening since A, so I took a short. 445s again. Did it again in E. You could have done it a number of times. I was eating lunch in F, otherwise I would have done it in F, right when we got above the opening and below it. So there was no tempo, no volume, and that doesn't surprise me because they were waiting for these Fed minutes to come out. So, the odds of the market ripping higher or lower before that was slim. Then after that, like I said, I did nothing. Now, when we made a new low in G, a couple of players in my room took the long. I didn't because I thought we were going to fill the gap, and then I was going to look for the long. I didn't think we wanted to go trend, but I thought the odds of finally filling that gap would have been pretty good. Didn't get it, didn't take the long. Did nothing in H, did nothing in I. J period, I wouldn't have touched it with a 10-foot pole, and then I scalped 3 small longs in K, and that was it for the day. So, it wasn't a bad day, but nothing to write home about. Destinations for tomorrow, we have today's high of 448.06 for the upside. Then 448.67 afternoon rally high, right here from the 11th. And then the top of our balance, 451.61. So, and if we get that, then we don't have anything to 456.54 afternoon rally high from the 10th. So we talk about price vacuums. They're there. Okay, for the downside, we had 2 sets of single prints. One got filled right at the bell. So we have a double distribution day. You see how hard it was to take back this double distribution day? We finally did it today. Well, now we have another one today. 2 separate days we traded at. K's low to the day's high, A's high to the day's low. First downside would be the price probe. First of all, L's high, 447.68. Single prints, K's low, 445.47. Get filled at A's high, 444.81. 9 wide, 443.31. Today's low of 441.94. And then fill in this gap at 441.60. We're down to 34 cents. It was 124 cents, right? What was it? Something like that. And then nothing below that to 435.34. Now, I'm going to show you on the chart what I just showed you on the profile. I'm just going to show you the daily. It's a 4-day balance, right? But it is an outside day up, bullish. We closed above the 20 and the 200, bullish. But it's still balanced, and nothing changes for me until we get acceptance above February 11th high. We get acceptance above that, then we go for that triple top and the 6 highs all together. If we can't get acceptance above there, nothing changes. But my line in the sand right now is A's high for today, because if we get any acceptance back into it, then the whole afternoon today was for naught, and at some point we'll take out today's low and fill the gap. That's how I'm looking at it. I really appreciate all the likes and subscribing to the channel. Check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.